This is Michele Zaragoza. I'm team leader and level up coach with Rachel Adams, and I'm here with Eric. Eric and I go way back. You've been with KW for how long now?
About 7 years.
7 years, and you came as a new agent.
Yes.
So you started your career here, and you're still with us, and we are so excited about that. Would have to say I love the team. You have your wife working side by side you, and I just absolutely adore your wife. So tell me, what attracted you to KW in the very beginning, and what keeps you here?
Just KW seemed to be the best real estate company that we saw, that as far as training, and just it stood out. And Jeannie and I both agreed it would be a good company to start with. And actually, when I first got my license, I called into the office in Tracy, and he said, "Yeah, can you come right now?" And I didn't know that's how it worked. I was like, "Well, he wants me to come, like I'm hired already." So it just ended up happening, and loved it ever since.
Oh, that is wonderful. That's wonderful. What is the one thing that you really enjoy about KW?
Well, it started out with the training and the just the teamwork, and everybody seems to, bond and communicate and work together. I've started United Home Group about 2 years in.
So tell us about United Home Group. A lot of people aren't aware of the expansion side of KW, because you're actually with a team who is worldwide, right?
Yeah.
There's quite a few different expansion offices, but
Right.
the hub is where?
The hub is in Portland.
The mega agent is in Portland, and he has
Yeah.
agents throughout the world, if you will.
Right, and I'm part of the Northern California Hawaii group. And like I said, I started about 2 years in, and I started out doing it by myself, and it was taking a while, because I figured I'll just get in the trenches and go for it.
Right.
And so was introduced to Michael Putnam. And
amazing man.
yeah, and I just love the coaching and the camaraderie and teamwork, and it's good for me. So that helps.
Good. I'm so glad. So you get the support from the office. You get
Yes.
the training from the office, and you get the support from the United Home Group
Yeah.
and the training.
Yeah, and if you ever need something, you just reach out and they're there,
Yeah, that is so nice. That is so
Yeah.
nice. So what made you move to Keller Williams Fair Oaks now? Because you're in Fair Oaks. You started out in Tracy.
Yeah, it's just our the Northern California team is up in Folsom. So it just seemed like a good fit for us to move that way. And eventually we probably will be moving up there personally, and get more involved with the team, and just seemed like a good time.
That's exciting. I'm glad. I know you guys have been thinking about that for a while, so I'm really happy that we were able to do this together, and you're here in my office again. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, really. That was good. All worked out.
It did. We all end up where we're supposed to end up. So I'm excited about that. So if I was a new agent, what would you tell me to do? What's the most important thing for me to be doing?
Well, exactly what I was told to do is just go tell everybody you're an agent. And it's hard. It was hard for me. I was a contractor. So people, when I started my construction company, people said, "You can't do that because, I'm too much of a stress case." But when I started real estate, everybody said, "You can't do that. That's not you,"
Yeah.
So like I said, the first 2 years I started on my own, and tried to do it on my own. And I did. I just went out. I stood out in front of Home Depot one time and just
I love it.
talked to somebody, and I still call that guy today.
That is beautiful.
So, I mean, it's hard to do that and to start knocking on doors when you don't know how to do it. But I did it, and I still
But we
talk to
teach
it.
you. Okay.
Yeah,
Keller
exactly.
Williams definitely
Exactly.
teaches
But you
how to.
have to go out and just push yourself right
Right.
off the bat. And Yeah, listen to your leaders for sure. Don't get discouraged, but I still talk to one of the ladies, my first door knock ever. And I still call
Really
her. She's an elderly lady and she still answers the phone, and she still, every once in a while she'll give me a hint that she's gonna do something, but
good.
she'll be in the hospital, but you never know.
Oh,
It's just,
no.
and to continue following up with these people, it's like fishing. I
Yes,
always think of it that way, because you sit there forever, but something's gonna happen. And
yes, yeah,
when
you're
it does
definitely right
happen, it
there.
just continues to happen. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, so tell me, what does your schedule look like? If I was a new agent or somebody, like admiring because you are doing so well. So tell me, what does your day look like?
Well, I'm not a rock star agent or anything like that for sure.
Well, you're
So
definitely
I'm the
modest.
type of guy who's just has to get down and work and do it. And that's how I started, is just by continuing working and getting my time in. And I've had to
Consistency
make
is key.
adjustments. I've had to, work a job here and there. And but I always have made my calls, no matter what. I got my 2 hours of dials in. Um, and I say always, but sometimes, it did slide a little bit, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
always knew in the back of my head, I have to do this. I have to do this, even
yeah.
though it wasn't paying off at times and you get discouraged. I would continue to do it. And like, just this summer, I got a call from a lady. It was an expired listing that I've been calling, and she's like, my daughter's been trying to buy a house, and you just seem to keep calling me about listing my house, but the agent she has isn't working out. So you never know when you're just
You
gonna,
never
people
know,
are
right?
people are listening and watching, even if you're just dropping voicemails.
And
So
that's important to recognize. People are always watching and
mhm,
listening. So you do a lot of social media posts. Well, your
yes.
assistant does, so that's key, putting yourself out there. I see
Mhm.
that, and you're consistent with that, and that's important.
Yes, it is. And luckily I have my wife to help me with that. But the
Yeah.
main thing with that is I don't do SOI very well, as far as reaching out to my past people that I used to hang out with and all of that. I'm
Your
not
sphere
very
of
good at that.
influence. Mhm.
But Facebook and all that, it's really good about, you can reach them without, having to actually make the phone call, which you should do anyway. But
Right.
so that's helped me a lot. And, even people I went to high school, their parents have reached out to me and had me sell their house, and
Oh, that's wonderful.
because they
That
just
is
see,
wonderful.
what's happening and what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, they can see it all. It's like a story. I always say, tell your story,
And yeah,
because if you don't, somebody else is, right?
exactly.
And if you don't, that means somebody else is, and they're going to get the other, the next listing. So it might as well
Hmm.
be you.
Right.
Even if this is something that you're not comfortable in doing with Keller Williams, we have the resources to assist you and help you, such as
Certainly.
your wife. Your wife helps a lot of our top agents,
Yeah. Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Yeah. So, okay. What is the one thing that you want to share with me that I haven't asked?
I
Anything.
don't know. I don't know. One thing I want to share with you is don't get discouraged. Um, this has been a hard year for me, and I think everyone.
Right.
And I've gotten started. Things are rolling a little bit now.
Good.
Um,
Well, yeah,
but it
they
seems
are.
like it's like 3 months later than usually does.
Yes.
And one thing I learned is in the beginning is, real estate seasonal, no matter what you say. And it's taken me, I said, no, I can get through this. I'm gonna, when I start rolling, I'm like, I can do this, but sure, you're gonna have your ups and downs, but just
But you,
just
you
stay
may
at it.
have your ups and downs, but you need to learn how to pivot with them. And that's what
Yeah,
you're doing. You have learned how to pivot with them. You've been doing this for 7 years. You're what we call a capper. A capper is somebody who reaches a point, right? With this office right here, the cap is 15,500. And when you hit it, you're at 100% commission for the rest of the anniversary year. And
right.
you consistently hit it. So you're consistently doing the right thing.
Yeah, and it's a kind of a little bit and a lot of everything, and
Yeah, yeah.
finding
So I
it.
don't be modest. You need to like share
Well,
this and tell this. This is
well,
exciting.
I think for me, like I said, I'm lucky to have my wife to help me with social media, but for me, I make my calls. I've built my lists, And if I don't have anything I can do that, and that I'm comfortable doing that, and I can just sit on the phone and do that. And I know
That's
that
awesome.
no matter how much you do, like fishing, I always say that, it's gonna get
Yeah.
quiet every once in a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, I really appreciate you jumping on the mic with me, jumping on the mic with Michele. So thank you so much, Eric. And I know you're a busy guy, so thank you for taking the time to hang out with me.
Yeah, I hope I was helpful.
You were, so thank you.
All right.